scrappy asshole. On the 14th floor where the bathroom door don't lock. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the body's mixed, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's bedless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on a deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 129 of Fired Up, a good Halloween edition of Fired Up. Check us out at firedupsports.com. I'm Mike Giletto. Joining me as always, Dom Console, Chris Lucia. Happy Halloween, fellas. How are you guys doing tonight?
Yo, what's up?
Not much.
Doing well.
Chris holding things down over there. How you doing?
Doing well.
We're doing better than we were a week ago. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I listen. It's still, if it tells you anything, like obviously we're all big sports fans. I'm a big baseball guy. Obviously.
No,
I haven't.
We only do a podcast every week.
I don't know about you guys. I haven't watched a second of the World Series. If it tells you anything,
I have.
I've watched a little bit. Not
I haven't
much.
watched this. I don't even know who's leading the series.
It's
Is it tied?
1-1.
It's 1-1.
See, I didn't even know that.
I watched.
That's how much I don't care about this World Series.
Game 1. I watched like the last like 3 innings. I guess it was.
Extra innings.
Yeah, I
Dude,
guess I
that
watched.
was great.
What was it? 10? Did they go to 10?
11. Seager
11?
tied it. Seager
Yeah.
tied
So
it.
that's when I put it on when Seager tied it.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a second. I can't do it. But we'll talk about that later. First, listen, Halloween this week. I figured it'd be fun to get back into the drafts again. Let's do so I figured we could do a Halloween candy draft here. Now, how should we determine the order of this draft? I didn't think this through again. You think I'd be more prepared?
I was thinking about that too.
How should we determine the order of the draft?
I don't know. However you guys want to do it.
What place did we come in last time? Do you remember?
Well, you can't do that because Chris, I know you're not on Twitter a lot, but I have a theory that Mike has like fake Twitters and he votes for himself because he crushes us every week.
I just have good drafts.
He crushes us.
I come prepared.
You and I are like neck and neck, and he just fucking destroys us.
I don't even know what was the last draft we did. Was it the worst jersey?
Yeah.
It was the worst jersey draft. I can see if I can find it.
Mike has
who won? I mean,
two.
we don't have to go too into it, but who won this week in against the spread?
Against the spread,
Who had the best record?
Chris was 3-2. Dom, you are 2-2 depending on tonight, and then I'm 3-1 depending on tonight.
Okay.
So I first, technically. I guess I could be always 3-2 and tie with Chris.
Okay, I guess that's not
but the worst jersey draft.
We could all go 3-2.
Right. The worst jersey draft. I mean, I came in first. Let's be honest. I had 100. I'm sorry. I had 100%. Yeah, I had 45%.
Who had the first pick last time?
You.
Was it you?
Mike? No, you won the week before, Mike.
He won every week because he cheats.
I don't cheat. And I don't think I had the first pick in this draft. I think I got to pick what pick I wanted, and I don't think I had first. Maybe I did. I don't remember.
I do remember you picking what you wanted, but I don't remember what you picked.
I picked I think I did get the first pick because I think I picked the Vancouver Canucks old school jersey.
Yeah, it's the worst one. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've never had a first pick. I've always been second or third.
You got the first pick, Dom. Go ahead, have the first pick.
Just because
I think there's a pretty heavy hitter at number one. So I think number one's a pretty big hit here.
Plus, I'm not like the biggest candy guy in the world. Like I like pretty basic stuff. So like this, I needed this on my team.
Okay, all right, fair enough. You can have the number. You can have the number one pick. Hold on. Before you get into it, Chris, do you want number 2 and I'll do number 3, or would you prefer the third pick?
Sure.
All right, so there you go, Dom. You could have the first pick.
I mean, listen, we're swinging for the fences here. It's a Reese's cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Fair enough.
Stop. It's the greatest candy ever made.
Perfect. You fell right into my lap.
Okay.
It's the greatest candy ever invented.
Okay.
And it was by accident.
I think. Okay, hold up. The regular Reese's cup or the Halloween?
Yeah. No. They're not made differently. No,
Yeah.
there is. I know. The Easter and the Halloween are different. I know. But essentially, they're made with the same thing. It's not like an almonds Hershey bar, or like a specific M&M. They're all the same kind of. I do know. It is better. No. The holiday versions are better.
So are you going holiday version or regular?
No, I don't. But I don't think there's a difference in the actual, like Reese's cup. Like it's the same concept. There's nothing added or subtracted from it.
They put more peanut butter.
They do. But
So there is more added in some.
but I'm saying there's nothing extra added. There's no nuts. There's no caramel. There's nothing. It's a Reese's cup.
Chris is getting you on this technicality. He just wants you to pick.
Yeah, because he wants to take the Halloween Reese's cup. That's why.
No. I'm out on Reese's.
All right.
I ate them way too much, and I went through. You ever have a candy like that where like you just loved it so much that you don't love it anymore? Like Crunch.
I'm kind of on the same board with Reese's. I love Reese's, but also is it Reese's or Reese's?
It's
How
Reese's.
Do we say?
It's Reese's.
Reese's.
Because if you watch the commercials, they say Reese's cup. That's how you spell Reese. For the longest time, I always said Reese's, but it definitely is Reese's. Like in the last year, I've really.
The only reason I agree with you, and I've been saying Reese's my whole life. The only reason I agree with you is when they came out with Reese's Pieces. It can't be Reese's Pieces. That's not a word. It's Reese's Pieces.
Watch the commercials. Did you ever see the commercials for Reese's?
I'm sure I have.
Reese's.
I don't. Yeah.
At the end, they say Reese's.
Or Reese's Puffs. They do say that peanut butter chocolate.
No, they say Reese's Puff. Reese's Puff.
Oh, do they?
So I'm gonna go the Reese's cup. That's the number one pick.
Okay.
Right. I'm going.
You guys might hear me cheer a little bit because I got a Mon-Ra, and I think I said this before the show, but I got a Mon-Ra and Devontae going in the big game. So go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna go with the original Hershey bar.
I like it.
All right. I mean, hold on. Where's my list at? I just have my list.
I got to take that off of mine.
So that was number 4 on my list. Reese's was number 3 on my list. I'm gonna get my number 1 and 2 pick here on the back to back. Now,
it's the way it works.
Exactly. So wait, hold on. What the fuck did I just do with my list? There we go. So now here's the question, right? I'm gonna go with a brand of M&Ms, but do I get all M&Ms or do I have to pick a specific M&M?
You have to pick a specific M&M.
Okay, I'm going peanut M&Ms.
Okay. All right? I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
What?
No. Go ahead.
Okay, my number 2 pick, and I mean this is like a top 3 candy in my mind, maybe top 2 candy in my mind. Sour Patch Kids.
Okay, I had that on my list.
Kids.
I do like Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids are it might be the best non-chocolate candy out there.
I think it is.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Again, do you like all Sour Patch Kids?
I like. Go ahead.
Or just the blue ones.
See, I think I'm surprised you even said the blue ones. I like all Sour Patch Kids, but I prefer the watermelon. The watermelon are unreal. The watermelon are the best Sour Patch Kids there is.
I actually, the blue ones are actually my least favorite.
It's the one. The ones that are like shaped like watermelon, I think are unreal. I think they're the best ones out there.
The watermelons are
okay. I thought you meant like the actual character little guys.
No. Those,
I did too.
Those I like them all. But they make a
specific, just little blue guy ones.
Oh no, I don't know that I've ever had. Maybe
I'm so confused.
Like the Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, I like all Sour Patch. They're all delicious.
They take the blue.
But what did you take?
I took Sour Patch Kids.
Like the original,
yeah.
I got you.
But they do make one that's all watermelon.
Yeah,
right.
The sour watermelons.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with this is probably a least popular opinion one, but it's one of my favorites. The Butterfinger.
Okay.
Dude, Butterfinger gets shit on. I don't know why. Butterfingers are delicious.
It's stuck in your teeth, and you're working it out for like 10 minutes.
They're a little hard to eat. Like, that's fair.
Your jaws will be like buff.
Yeah. True. Very true.
All right, so my question to Mike with the peanut M&Ms, is that the same as the peanut butter M&Ms?
No, but peanut butter M&Ms are trash.
That's my pick.
They're trash.
They're the best
awful.
M&Ms out there.
They're terrible.
They're the best M&Ms out there.
Suck. No,
they're amazing. You don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about. I would pick the regular M&Ms before I get the peanut butter. I would pick the pretzel ones before I get the peanut butter.
Peanut butter M&Ms are like crack.
No, the peanut ones are a million times better.
Nah.
You're just flat out wrong. I might pick the caramel ones before I get the peanut butter. The peanut butter M&Ms are trash.
Peanut M&Ms.
Like, you might as well have Reese's Pieces at that point. That's what they are.
They're better.
Disagree. A strong disagree.
Okay.
But I'll give it to you. It's a bad pick.
Sometimes sometimes you're well, a lot of times you're wrong, but it's all right. So I'm gonna go peanut butter M&Ms.
You had regular M&Ms just sitting there, and you think peanut butter. You prefer peanut butter over regular?
Anyway, yeah, absolutely. I do love regular M&Ms though. All right, so that's my pick, and then my next one, I'm gonna go. All right, so when I was a kid, I kind of had the same thing. The Reese's were like I overdid it, and then I kind of got bored of them, and then I went with in a different direction for like 2 years. It's all I ate, and then I kind of fell out of it, and then maybe like a year or two, I kind of started eating them again. I'm gonna go the Kit Kat.
Oh come on, that's what I was doing right there.
I'm gonna go the Kit Kat.
Sniped them.
Oh my god.
Listen, this might be a hot take. Like, I like Kit Kats, but they're no. I like a Kit Kat. I'm not gonna say I hate Kit Kats.
You're gonna disappoint me 2 picks in a row.
They're a little overrated. Like, they're fine. I'm never craving. Oh, I gotta have a Kit Kat. Like, they're fine. If it's there, maybe I'll have it. If not, it doesn't do anything for me.
Best way to eat a Kit Kat for you? Are you a breaker?
Yeah.
You have to. If you're just.
I bite right into it.
That's a psychopath move.
Yeah, that's like your serial killer trait.
I do the same thing with Hershey bars.
Hershey?
Like,
no, you break them up. It's the best part.
Them.
You gotta break them.
First you roast the mallow. You put the mallow on the gram. He's mad.
I am mad.
You want to trade? Your next 2 picks for that one.
Yeah, wait, what am I doing here? All right.
He doesn't know where to go.
I got to go down the list a little bit.
I'm actually kind of sick about the Sour Patch. I was hoping to get them.
I can't believe I got peanut M&Ms and Sour Patch Kids at pick 3 and 4 in this draft. I think it's crazy.
Is this pick?
This is your pick. Yeah, your third pick. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go with Airheads.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
And most specifically, the blue Airhead.
That is the correct answer when you're going Airhead.
I don't think I've ever had an Airhead.
You never had an Airhead?
What is it?
It's like the long.
Listen, I was a picky kid.
It's like a chewy. It's kind of. How would you describe it? Like, almost like a long Laffy Taffy. Yeah, essentially.
But it has like a little bit of a tartness to it.
Okay. Maybe I'll try one. I think
were they the ones? Were they were the ones? I remember as a kid. I haven't eaten one since I was a kid. Remember, you would get like 2 flavors and you fucking like wrap them together.
Yeah.
Airheads blast from the past.
Let me see. Does it pull up? Like the guy, it looked like a balloon head.
I'm familiar with what they are. I've just never eaten one. I was a picky kid.
Okay.
Real quick before I make my pick, we're just gonna do a little something here. I'm gonna play something here because we were thinking of how it sounded earlier. This is the song you're talking about, right?
No? I think Chris mentioned the Reese's Puff. Yeah. Something like that. It's one of these stupid ones. Is this like Bow Wow?
I don't know. I see. How did he say it?
He said Reese's.
I think he kind of did.
He said.
I don't know.
All right, hold on. Let's Let's go.
I think
back
he said
here.
it so fast. Reese's.
Let's dissect it. Let's dissect it.
Peanut butter and chocolatey flavor. Reese's Puff cereal, part of a complete.
It sounds so much like both.
It does.
If you told me Reese's, I would have said yeah. If you would have told me Reese's, I would have said yeah.
Yeah. This is like the remember that dress where it's like, is it blue or is it black? Or whatever that weird internet thing was.
Yeah.
What do you hear?
But it's spelled like like there's a couple of different ways of spelling the name Reese. Like that's how you spell Reese though.
That's true. All right, so my pick. I can go my pick.
You got two here.
I can't believe I mean, these are two hard hitters. I'm gonna win this draft. It's not a doubt in my mind. My third pick. I'm going Twix.
I don't like caramel, so I don't. It does nothing for me. You might win. I
mean, caramel's delicious. Number two, Twixes are delicious.
If there's any caramel chocolate candy that I would have to eat, it probably would be a Twix.
Yeah, but
like I've eaten a Twix before.
Like right or left.
It doesn't. I don't think it
Remember
matters.
they
Those commercials.
Yep. Yeah, they taste the same, but
The factories.
that was a gimmick.
The commercials with the factors on one side, two different sides.
It was a gimmick. They definitely taste the same. And then my second pick.
I think that's the point.
I guess right. Well, that's true. So my fourth pick total, I'm going with another hard hitter. And Dime, you don't like caramel, so I guess this doesn't work for you. But Snickers.
I'm surprised it took that long.
Yeah,
I'm not a caramel fan either.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm not a caramel guy. So you had us.
Those are two. I mean, Twix and Snickers.
I think
are
your
hard
last two
hitters.
picks are better than your first two.
Yeah, you think so? Nah.
Yeah.
But you say you didn't like caramels. How do you like those two?
I'm
You're talking about
popularity.
heavy hitter. Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Popularity,
yeah.
maybe. Yeah. But they're not my favorite. I mean, peanut M&Ms and Sour Patch Kids are my two favorite Halloween candies. Not even close.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, my next one.
How many picks are we doing?
5. Right?
5. Yeah.
Okay.
I figured 5.
Is this my fourth? Right.
This is your fourth. Yep.
All right, my next one. It's a little bit of an upper echelon of the chocolate bars, I guess you would say. But the Kinder Bueno bar.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Like I know the brain. I know the brain Kinder, Kinder, however you say it.
They make the little eggs for the kids.
Yep. Yeah, I know
They have
Kinder. I don't know that specific bar though.
They have a bar, and it's like a hazelnut bar with like a toffee on, like not like a toffee, like
so it's like a
crisp
so like
on top.
isn't that what like a Heath bar is? It's very similar to that.
I don't know. I never had a Heath bar,
I think it's very similar to a Heath bar.
but I'm going Kinder Bueno.
Okay. Heath toffee candy bars. They're made by Hershey. There's a candy bar made of toffee, almonds, and milk chocolate. It sounds very similar to a.
All right,
I'd probably be down for that.
it's
Kinder
good. They're really
Bueno.
good.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up.
I'd love Devontae Adams to get a touchdown here. Yeah, right. They ran the ball.
Is a chocolate biscuit and wafer confection made by an Italian confectionery maker Ferrera. Okay, so it's a biscuit and wafer confection, whatever that means.
With like a hazelnut cream.
Okay. Oh yeah. It's a hazelnut cream filled wafer covered in milk chocolate and a dark chocolate drizzle. I'll have to try. I've never had those. They look pretty good.
Okay. So this next pick is going to be so unpopular. This is what's going to lose me the draft.
Probably.
But it's probably a top 3 or 4 of my favorite chocolate candy. You guys are gonna make fun of me, but I'm gonna go Three Musketeers.
I don't think it's a bad pick at all.
You know,
It's a very unpopular candy.
It is because there's not much to
Right.
it. Like
It's just
it's-
nougat.
airy.
Right, yeah, it's just kind of light and fluffy, and there's really not much there. But I fuck. With
I
Three
fuck
Musketeers.
heavy with Three Musketeers.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick.
All right, and then my last pick, I'm gonna go non-chocolate because I think I went 4 straight chocolate.
You did.
I'm gonna go with my second favorite non-chocolate candy, and I'm gonna do all flavors before Chris asks me which flavor it is. I'm gonna go the Starburst.
Pink.
Okay.
Actually,
It is
dude,
the
I
pink.
used to love pink. I can't eat it anymore. It's one of those things where I've had it so much, I can't eat it anymore.
The yellow.
I like yellow, I like orange.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
yellow.
I like them all. Except
I'm not
pink.
like-
not
I'm not a
huge on pink
hu-
anymore.
I'm not a huge fan of the Starburst because of like the teeth fact. Like they're hard to chew and it gets stuck everywhere, but they taste good.
Okay.
Well, with my last pick, you guys both took 2 variations of them, but no one took the original M&M. So I will go original M&M with pick 5.
Listen, I think there's a ton of value in that pick.
Yeah, I
Kind of
like that.
getting Tyler Lockett in like the 8th round.
Right. Yeah.
It's like picking up Mostert off the free agent list.
Yeah.
All right, so to finish this draft off,
All right, thanks for that trade, buddy. Jacobs.
Yep.
To finish the draft off, I'm gonna go with the Mr. Goodbar.
Okay. The who?
Mr. Goodbar? Isn't that a candy? What do you mean?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say you had me like second guessing.
Mr. Blue Sky by ELO.
I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't get the reference.
It's a song.
I figured that.
It's from Guardians of the Galaxy.
It is.
Oh, okay. So to
really quick, I had a couple honorable mentions. I had I had the Jolly Rancher, the Godiva milk chocolate. That's a little bougie though.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say a little bit.
The Tootsie Pop lollipop.
Okay, I had Skittles. I had Tootsie Rolls and I had Skittles as my 2 honorable mentions. I had Smarties as an honorable mention. I had Mike and Ike's as an honorable mention. Yeah. Mike and Ike's get shit on a lot. And then my last honorable mention was 100 grand. Have you guys ever had a 100 grand bar?
No.
But you guys only caramel.
100 grand.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there might be caramel in that, so that's probably why you guys don't fuck with the 100 grand.
I had Swedish Fish.
I love Swedish Fish.
And then an unpopular one, but it's kind of those ones where you got to eat it during at least one of them during Halloween time. But
don't you say it? Don't you say
it? Candy corn.
And I knew that's where you were going. The thing is, I don't hate candy corn. I don't think it's like gross, but there's like 100 other candies I'd rather eat than candy corn.
The worst is when you're like, when I was a kid, I used to love candy corn. I don't know why. I used to love it though. And remember they made the big pumpkin ones?
Yes.
It was like candy.
Those are gross.
Yeah, it was like 3 candy corns in one.
Yeah, because it was too much. It was too much.
I remember eating that one time and getting sick and like vowing to never eat candy corn again when it was probably like not related to it at all.
No, well, probably not. But I agree. The pumpkin ones are gross because they were like 3 or 4 times the size of a regular candy corn. You can't nobody just sits there and just pops candy corn all day. You can't do it.
Dom, did you eat candy corn?
I've never tried a candy corn in my life.
You've never tried one?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I mean, try one. I mean, try one. Why not?
I don't see.
I've
gone 27 years without it. I don't know if I need it in my life.
That's a good point, actually. What's going on here? All right, so we're obviously on a Halloween theme, and speaking of Halloween and horror, let's talk about the one thing we've been dreading for the last week and a half: the Phillies, or I guess the last week. The Phillies lose.
We have to.
I feel like we have to. And then listen, I figure we start with the bad stuff, and then we finish it off talking about an Eagles team that just had a victory.
Oh, I thought you meant we'll start off with the bad stuff and then talk about the good stuff with the Phillies. I'm like,
I don't even want to talk about the good stuff. Yet. I think it's too early to talk about the good stuff. What good stuff is there? There really is
nothing. There's nothing.
So I don't even know where to start with talking about the Diamondback series. It's like what went wrong, but I feel like we all kind of we know what went wrong. The bats went cold. The managerial decisions were poor.
Think about it like this: the last time we had a show, we were up 3-2 in the series, and it was a Sunday night, and we're Monday, Tuesday was game 6 and 7, and we sat here and said, "There's no, even if they lose game 6, like there's no way they lose at home to the Diamondbacks, like
twice." Yep.
Right. So like. I said this that night, and I've said it for a week now. You're up 3-2 at home. You have 2 games, and you score 3 runs in both games combined.
So, Mike, me and Dom went to the game together.
Okay.
And Dom might have said that same line about 100 times by
Yeah.
the time
But
we left the stadium.
It took us 30 minutes to get out of the stadium. I said that 100 times. And like the people behind us, like and the people in front of us were like, "Oh, what? It was a great season," and they're clapping. I just was like, "That was fucking pathetic."
Pathetic.
Like that was pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I took the rally towel. I just like tossed it.
He threw it. Yeah.
I was like so mad.
So I'm curious. You guys were there. I'm curious. What was the atmosphere like? Obviously, the place. Obviously, the place is going to be crazy early on. But when you realize the bats aren't hitting, when you get to the 6th and 7th inning, how was it in there?
So let's go back to like the right before the game starts. Everybody's on their feet. It's electric. Arizona scores in the first inning. We're like, all right, well, it's early on, whatever. Then Bohm comes up in the second, hits the solo homer, and it's we have life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Stott, I think the Phillies went up 2-1, right?
Yeah, Stott hit the double.
Stott hits the double, and that was probably at that point I actually couldn't hear, like my ears were hurting more so than the home run, and then obviously Arizona comes back and it's the 4th, 5th, 6th inning, and we're just sitting there just waiting for something to happen. Multiple times they had guys in scoring position. Rojas with the bases loaded, they don't come through.
Schwarber double to start off that inning.
Yeah, with no outs. Yeah, and it was just multiple times they left guys in scoring position, and it's so funny because when Bohm hits the homer, right, Stott's hitting 5th, and it's the first time he's up to bat for the night, and you hear the whole place yell, scream his song, and then his second at bat, you hear the whole place scream his song, and then third at bat, you're like, you start to sing, and this 4th at bat, was the 8th inning, and it was just like nobody sang it, it just played, and we were just sitting back.
I can say though, it wasn't what it seemed like the night before. I do think that a lot of people left, but not a ton of people left. I think there were a lot of people there till the last out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it seemed like that on TV. It seemed like the place was a little louder than I kind of expected them to be. Heading down the last couple innings.
And then once the game was over, it was we're walking out and people are just doing Eagles chants, and it's just
stop.
I just wasn't I wasn't feeling.
That's not the time or place.
No. Let me be upset.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I get it. The Eagles are always going to be number one in this city, and I mean, you could even argue we're a bandwagon fan base when it comes to the other 3 teams, even. Because if the Phillies lose 100 games, nobody gives a shit.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the only time I want to hear Eagles, I don't even want to hear them at all. But the only time I think Eagles chants are acceptable at another sporting event is when the team absolutely stinks and is down 10-0 in a game. That's it. It's the only time you should ever.
What if they're up
chant.
20-2?
Nah, I want you cheering for the team for scoring 20 runs.
All right.
I think that's fair.
No, yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, no. If you're a 100-loss baseball team and you're down 10-0, then you can start just having Eagles chants.
Okay.
I was just there was one point, Mike, where me and Dom are walking home, and I'm like, "What would make your right now? What would happen to make your life better?"
What was the question?
Wait, I was reading that. Why were there two?
Why were the 2 sections with no fans in the upper left field corner? I missed.
Diamondbacks executive sit.
Yeah, because I was gonna say there were people sitting up there. They were all in suits, and it was every 3 chairs, or every three seats.
Really?
There was somebody sitting there. Yeah,
so
they weren't technically empty.
Right.
But yeah, I think they were what Chris said. They were executives or something to do with Arizona.
Chris, what was your question?
So I said to Dom, what would make you
forget what I said.
Would Thompson getting fired right this second? What would salvage this night for you?
You said this after the game was over, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're crossing Broad and Pattison at this time. He said, if this car were to hit me.
I don't remember that. Playing in traffic.
When I broke, when we split up because I had my car there, I'm like, all right, Dom, heading out. He goes, yeah, I'm just gonna go play on 76.
76, yeah. Wait, yo, so I didn't tell you this, Chris. So Chris parked like around the block from my house. I live right near the stadium, so he parks near my house, and he gets in the car, and I start walking home, and I make it to the corner, and I cross the street, and Chris turns and he beeps to say goodbye, and I like held my arms out. I said, "Hit me," and he like stopped. He said, "What?" I said, "Hit me," and there was a biker walking by, and he just started cracking up.
You know, that's kind of how we all felt, I think. Go back to your question, Chris. I don't know that there is anything that's gonna like make me feel better because they're not gonna fire Thompson. In fact, they already said him and the rest of the staff's coming back, aside from a bullpen coach and an assistant hitting coach. Everybody else is coming back. There's really nothing else. I mean, at this point, start the moves and see, how you can better this roster.
Yeah, but how can you better this roster? Like the guy who made the most money on this team is Madison Bumgarner, and he hasn't played for Arizona since April. Like you're
saying the most expensive guy on Arizona?
Yeah, and like, how do you make this lineup better? You can't make the lineup better.
No,
I don't disagree with that. Actually, I mean, I don't agree with that totally.
How do you make the lineup better?
Yeah, how do you make the lineup better?
They desperately need a right-handed power hitter, like desperately.
So who are you trading? Somebody has to go.
I
think
they're
There's
not trading.
prospects.
I think you trade Castellanos.
Nah, I think I should like to hold on to him. I Justin Crawford, whoever.
Yeah, but
Prospects.
But to bring in who and where do you put him on the lineup?
Goldie.
Where?
Where do you
What do you
put
mean
him?
where?
First base?
Where are you playing?
Yeah.
First?
Yeah. Put Harper back in the outfield.
Okay.
Schwarber DH. Thanks, Reese, but see you later.
I think.
And then you
Reese is
platoon the
coming
two in
back.
center field.
Yeah, I think Reese is coming back.
I don't think so. You know what? A week ago when we talked about this at the game, because I think we talked about this at the game, I would have agreed with you. From what I'm hearing, man, like especially from the Dombrowski interview, like I don't know. I don't know that he's back.
Yeah, but is Dombrowski back?
Yeah, I think he would have been fired already.
Yeah, I think he would have been fired already too. But I mean,
They just made 2 straight pennants. Like I understand, like we're upset with Thompson, we're upset with Dombrowski. Like they just made 2 straight pennant races with not being in the playoffs for 11 years. Like these guys aren't getting fired.
No, they're definitely not getting fired. But I think there's a legitimate, argument for them to have been.
But I don't know. I don't know. I mostly because like yes, they should have gotten back end bullpen help. I've been saying that since the deadline.
Yep.
Yes, they should have, but aside from Arizona, like who else got like a closer at the deadline? Like who else really like it's so much harder to trade now than it's ever been before because every team is looking at what the Phillies did last year and what Arizona was doing this year.
Sure.
They just catch lightning in a bottle and they win in the playoffs. So like it's so hard to make trades now. Not that just because it's hard you shouldn't be able to you have to be able to do it. That's your job. But like I don't know, like Dombrowski's really like when he's come in and told Middleton, like when Middleton has said for years and years and years, I'm not spending money. Dombrowski comes in and says, here's the checkbook.
Well,
like we have never had. If there's anybody else that comes in to be the GM, I don't know that happens.
Well, here's the issue: he's not the GM; he's the president of baseball.
But he does everything.
He's the GM.
He does everything.
Sam Fold do? What does he do?
Who is it?
Nothing.
Sam Fold.
Nothing. Well, I don't know.
He does as much as
specifically,
Clentak does right now.
Yeah,
Sits at home and watches baseball. That's what he does.
that's what David's saying. That's what I was thinking too. You trade Casti, and you could probably get yourself a good pitcher.
I don't know. I think you need right-handed bats. Why are we trading right-handed bats?
Well, you'd have
For
Hoskins.
power bats.
Well, you'd have Hoskins.
You'd rather have Hoskins than Castellanos?
I don't know about
If you told me, I think Hoskins is a better home run hitter. But if you told me that that we had a spot for Hoskins to be the DH, I'd be on board. I would so be on board with him being the DH. I just don't think
So you trade Schwarber.
you can't do that right now.
you can't trade Schwarber either. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can trade Castellanos. I wouldn't want it, but I don't think you can trade Schwarber.
Just because he's a crowd favorite.
I think he's the leader, number one. I think he's the clubhouse guy.
I disagree. I think Reese is the leader. Like I honestly think,
But Reese wasn't there all year until later in the year
because he was hurt. But I honestly think he's the heart and soul of that team.
I don't know, man. They
Well,
when
it's Harper.
they
I
go
think
on the
Harper's
road-
Harper's the heart
Right.
and soul of
I
the team.
still think it's.
Listen, it could be both of them. It could be Schwarber and Hoskins.
What I think, Mike, because I had this argument. Somebody told me and said, no, it's Harper as a player, and what he does out on the field as a player, as a leader. I think it's Harper, but like as far as like inside the clubhouse, it doesn't look like Harper's gonna like rattle anybody or get in somebody's face or like you like when Bohm.
I disagree personally.
When Bohm struck out there, I think Dom, we were both. When Bohm struck out there and he slammed his bat, as a leader, you should have gripped that dude up and threw him up against the wall and say, "Don't." Like when Harper got gripped up by Papelbon, like, what are you doing right now? You're an embarrassment.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think Papelbon was a leader. I think Papelbon was just a raging asshole.
Yeah.
At least that's his reputation. I don't think anybody thinks of Papelbon as this great leader.
Arguing whether or not Schwarber and Hoskins are the leader and not the leader, I think both are true. Like both could be the leaders of the clubhouse. I'm just saying Hoskins hasn't played a game since spring training. He's missed half the year, and the other half he was on the bench. Didn't go on road trips. I'm just saying they got this far without him. They've never gotten this far without Schwarber in the obviously since before 2011, but or 2012. But I think Schwarber's a crowd favorite. I think he's a guy that gets you 100 RBIs. He gets you 40 plus homers. He's an on base machine. I think he's a winner. He comes in the playoffs. He wins. He hit almost 400 in the series. That's why I don't think you can trade Schwarber. I think you can trade Castellanos. I just don't want to.
What is if you were to what does that get you?
Castellanos or Schwarber?
Yeah, Castellanos.
I have no idea.
Probably get a 2, right?
You think so?
A 2 from somewhere.
I guess it depends where. Like what team it is.
Well, let's go back. Instead of talking about Castellanos and what it gets you, what does the pitching staff look like next year? Like in my eyes, even he had one bad inning in game. What was it? 7? Oh no, sorry, 6. Like Aaron Nola. To me, he should be a Philly next year. They should.
Okay, so what I've read on Twitter is just a rumor that he's asking somewhere around 8 years, 200. Would you do that?
I don't.
200 million.
Yeah,
8 years.
8 years.
What's
That's
he?
a
30?
years.
Is he 30?
He's 30. Yeah.
That's a steal. That's 25 million a year.
No, yeah, it's 25 million a year. But do you really want to be locked into him?
How
for
much
8
would it-
seasons?
Well, you're locked into Trey Turner and Bryce Harper until they're fucking 50. So what? Fuck it.
Yeah, I guess. Dombrowski won't be around to see the end of those deals.
Right.
What does he care?
Yeah, he's in a nursing home by that point.
Yeah. Or with the
The Nashville team.
Nashville team. Yeah.
So I don't know.
we'll
Do you do 8 years, 200 million? If that's what he's asking for.
I mean, the AAV is not bad. I would do that AAV, but 8 years is, I mean, that's a long time.
I would do it with 4 years, and then after the 4th year, a club option.
Yeah.
But he's got to sign that though.
I know.
Sure.
And I would front load the money. Like I would front load the money, where it would be like after that. That way you'd have the option to cut them. You know what I mean? Like if it was something like that, and do 40 million a year for the first 4 years, or
40 million's a lot. I mean,
30 million.
Again,
30 million a year for the first 4 years.
Again, Noel's a guy they should find a way to re-sign him, but you think he gets 40 million or close to it? Like it's.
Well, I'm saying that $25 million a year isn't that bad of a contract.
No, it's not. But the reason it's that low is because you're stretching out over 8 years.
Right.
Right. Like he's getting security more than anything. I don't know.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, this is an interesting question from David. We'll Stubbsy back there
Well,
from DC
wait,
Central Pro. Yeah, go ahead.
Before we get, I was want to talk about Nola. So would you guys rather pay him the 8 years, 200 million, if that's supposedly what he wants? Would you rather pay him that? Or would you rather give up prospects? Because this is what Dombrowski had said in his postseason interview or whatever it is. Basically said like Nola's our number one thing right now. Like that's what we're mostly focused on going into this offseason. And if we can't get something done, if we're just not on the same page, then we're going to try to look for a trade. So would you guys and I guess I obviously it depends on who they trade for, but would you guys be more on board with signing him 8 years, $200 million, or trading prospects like Crawford and Abel and McGarry for a true number one? Obviously, it depends who that is.
Right.
I am not in that whole thing of trading these prospects.
Okay.
I actually think that they're going to do a really nice job, but I would, and I know I'm going to say it again, I would trade Castellanos. Could you get Luis Castillo for him, you think?
Do you want Luis Castillo though?
Yeah, it's
As your number 2 behind Wheeler?
Yeah, but they need a number one. Like that's the thing is like Wheeler's going into his last year of this deal next year, right? Like he's 34 years old. When's the last time you've seen him not throw 95 pitches in a game? Like
Sure.
they're wearing him out. And yes, they may want to try to re-sign him. They've already said we're going into this year also considering giving him a deal.
but he's
That's
on the
what
back
Dombrowski
nine. Like,
too.
that's yeah.
Right. Like he's not going to get a mega deal like he did last time, but he's 34 years old.
Yeah,
Sure.
but the thing is, Dom, I don't blame his innings as much on him as much as I do on analytics.
In a
Well,
sense, what do you mean?
Yeah. What do
You don't blame his innings.
Like, I think that 8 years ago he would be pitching more innings.
Yeah, no, but I think the issue is as soon as it's not about. I don't think it's about taking him out early because of analytics. Once he reaches the 80 to 85 pitch mark, his velocity starts dipping.
And he's 34.
Yeah, but the question is, Mike, how many times back in the day did that happen and the pitcher still was able to go another 2 innings because of how it went? Look what Texas did the other night with who did they pitch? Even though he was getting like lit up, they let him continue. Montgomery,
But Montgomery's not 34.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I think
Montgomery's in the World Series.
He's
I'm
their ace
pissed.
right now.
Jeez, he's fucking stinks too.
He's
teams
really
that
good this year.
he is good since he's been on Texas.
This World Series sucks.
Evaldi, no, it was Evaldi. Evaldi went into the 8th inning of that game.
He's
Right,
old.
but Evaldi's like
old.
40 and he might retire at
Yeah.
the end of the year.
But what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying. Wheeler's 34. You're gonna. He absolutely is one of the top guys. I'm not disputing that. I just don't think you can consider Wheeler your number one guy after his contract ends. That's all I'm saying.
So one more year, he's your number 1 guy, and then he bumps to number 2.
If let's say they let Nola walk and they
Yeah.
go out and they trade, I don't know, for like who's a guy that's out there that's like a true number one, like or the future number one, like
Well, I mean, listen. As soon as you're ready, what's his name, Wheeler's ready to go into a number 2 role, you got Andrew Painter come back from surgery, rehab.
he's not
Wheeler.
pitching until 25. They said.
Exactly. As soon as he starts.
Yeah, but you can't just.
No,
throw-
I know. I'm
Okay,
kidding.
all right,
I'm
good.
kidding.
Yeah,
I'm being sarcastic.
I don't know. Let's say hypothetically, like, just hypothetically, they say, all right, the Astros are blowing it up. We're going to bring in Framber Valdez. Like that's going to be our number 1 guy. Like, I just think that like, let's say they do that this offseason, hypothetically.
Nah, I don't want to
Well, I'm just saying hypothetically. I just that's the first name I could think of. That's a number 1 guy that is, hypothetically. If this offseason they say, all right, Nola, thanks for everything, but we're just gonna go in a different direction. They trade all these prospects for Valdez. I think Wheeler becomes your number 2 now. But if they can't do that, Wheeler's still gonna be your number 1 for maybe next year and maybe the year after. And then after that, if you re-sign him, like how much is a 36-year-old Wheeler who pitches 100 pitches a game, all year, pitches, he's the only guy on the staff that can go 9 innings. And I just think they run him into the dirt. And it's because early on in his career, he had so many injuries that he didn't get to pitch that much. But at 35, 34, 35, 36, like that counts. Like that's like that hurts. That's the only thing. I love Wheeler. I think he's a great pitcher. I think he's a number 1 for us right now. I'm just more worried about saying, all right, in 3 years, he's still our number 1. That's all.
Corbin Burns. You like Corbin Burns? Let's get him in here.
Is he a free agent this year or next year?
No, he's not. It's the free
Oh,
agent
did they
market.
re-sign him?
The free agent market stinks. So
When I meant this year, I meant next, like 25
I like Blake.
or 24.
he might be. Yeah.
I like Blake.
One of them guys.
Yeah. Would you rather Blake Snell or would you rather Aaron Nola?
I say Nola.
I say
personally.
Nola. I don't.
I agree, Nola.
Nola just lets the home run ball up way too easily.
I think Snell's a little overrated, but that's just I don't know.
What happened to the guy that was in the Navy? Is that Noah Song?
Yeah,
Whatever happened, he just couldn't
got-
pitch. He just wasn't good.
No, it's not that he wasn't good. He got you have to get on the active roster by the 40, and they didn't put him on the 40, so he went back to the Red Sox.
Right, that's right. Yeah, they put him
Right.
on waivers because I guess he didn't have it at the time.
So the Garrett Stubbs thing.
Yeah,
I don't think they should bring him back. Not because of what he said. Like what he said was really stupid, but I think JT's getting to the point
cost him
where
the series.
I think JT is at the
saying,
point.
I'm hyperbolic there, but it's,
Yeah,
I don't think it's insignificant. Like we love.
No, I
when,
agree.
We love when the Braves. Who's a player from the Braves?
Arcia.
Yeah. We love when Arcia gave Bryce Harper and the Phillies bulletin board material. When it works the other way, I mean, I don't think it's insignificant.
No, absolutely. I think absolutely. I think their manager said, look what this asshole who hasn't done a thing has to say about us. Absolutely. But I'm not saying that could be one of the reasons why they lost the series. I'm just saying that's not why I'm not bringing him back. I just think JT is kind of on the decline of
Agreed.
kind of his play a little bit and playing time. So I just think you might need to get a little bit better of a catcher.
He couldn't
You need
throw
him-
Dom or me out there.
Yeah, no, he couldn't.
Yeah, you need a more reliable backup catcher that can start to eat innings behind the plate in the regular season.
I think
Because,
this year you're gonna bring in I don't know if it's gonna be Stubbs or not, but the backup catcher is gonna play a lot more this year, and I think you're
Agreed.
gonna see JT
At first
DH
and
a little
DH.
bit. Yeah,
First and DH, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
They're gonna platoon a little bit.
I agree.
Which I think's a good idea.
Me too.
Because how many more years you have of JT? 3?
I don't think is it that many.
What is he? 33, 32? Are we talking about catching, or are we talking about?
on his contract.
His contract.
Oh. I don't
He
know.
is signed. I'm looking it up right now. He has 2 more years left.
So 24, 25?
And his 25 is last season. So yeah, 24, 25.
So yeah, 24, 25.
Sorry, yeah, you threw too many numbers at me.
No, you're good.
So yeah, he becomes a free agent in 2026.
Who the fuck is the catcher next?
After JT,
Yeah.
it's not on the roster, or it's
Okay.
one of these prospects, I guess.
It's
Yeah.
Moreno from Arizona.
He's really good. He's really, really
fuck
good.
Arizona. We're not talking about
He
Arizona.
is
I don't
so
care about
good.
Arizona. I don't.
He's so good.
They have
You know,
two good
you-
players on their entire fucking.
Chris, you want to know something really funny? So I was gonna when I was thinking of when I brought up Framber Valdez, I was actually gonna say somebody else, and I was gonna piss Mike off so much, but I didn't do it.
Who are you gonna say? Zach Gallen, fucking fraud, absolute fraud. He's the most over. He might be one of the most overrated. people in the
No,
league.
he's really good. He's really good.
No, he's not. Every year I hear about how great Zach Gallen is, and I'm like,
He's an all-star.
He's all right. Okay, fine. Every team needs an all-star. He's all right.
He's good.
He's all right. He stinks. Got fucking lit up. I'm not talking about the Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't care.
Okay, well, I wanted to bring up something about the World Series, but I guess I won't, Mike.
Go ahead. I'll just plug my ears for the next 3 minutes.
It's really
go,
funny.
go ahead.
But you haven't watched
Did
any-
everybody did the bomb crash into the building? If not, then I don't care. Go ahead.
You haven't watched a pitch of it, right?
Not a second. No.
And Dom, you've only watched
I'm
the end of
protesting.
the
Game game 1, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So 2 days ago, I'm watching game 2, right?
Texas is up 3-0 right now, by the way.
Yeah, Merrill Kelly is pitching. They must have brought up 10 times during that broadcast that he was from Arizona, played at Arizona
played in
State,
Carolina, Korea. Yeah.
went over to Korea, got brought back to the majors, got told he was the worst pitcher in baseball. And I'm like,
We've heard this song and dance. Yeah.
In the 8th inning, when they took him out of the game because he went 8, they're still saying it when he's standing there with his hoodie on like this. Like, this guy's been through adversity. I texted my brother and uncle, and I'm like, will they just leave this guy alone?
he stinks too.
Well,
He does stink, but he did have a good year.
He had a good year, but he stinks. Well, I mean, look at his
I
entire
agree.
career. He's been a mediocre pitcher his entire career.
I don't even know how I would say that.
he's less.
Boy, I think he's been flat out bad.
Yeah. I think that's giving him credit.
Yeah, probably. Well, in 2020 he had a 2.59 ERA. I mean,
They played
best
12
years.
games.
that's true. He was only 3-2.
He pitched 4 games that year.
He pitched 5 games. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, his first year 4.42, third year 4.44, last year 3.37, and this year 3.29. I mean,
It's not horrible.
he's been an average pitcher. He's an average pitcher.
Yeah. But he faced a lot of adversity, you know.
Yeah,
They pitched in Korea.
They made it sound like he went to like Afghanistan. Like
I know.
Yeah, he went to war. You didn't know that? He went to war.
He got drafted by the Rays.
Yeah.
The Rays the Rays let him go through the Rule 5.
You know his whole story. They probably said it every inning too.
They did.
Like they did with the Phillies.
Yeah.
He actually, well, he did get drafted by the Rays, but he was the third team that drafted him. He got drafted 2 other times.
Okay. So I guess he opted to go back to school.
He got drafted
Where'd he
by
go to school,
Baltimore.
Mike?
Where did he go to school?
Arizona State.
Arizona State. Okay, yeah, I got it. Well, he
played
transferred.
Where'd he play?
He did. He went to he went to Yavapai College in Prescott, Scottsdale, Arizona. I don't know where that is.
Where did he play his high school baseball at?
Desert Mountain High School.
In where?
That is in, I believe, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, and he's born in Texas, right?
He is born in Houston. Yes, correct. He's born in Houston, Texas.
He also played in Korea.
I could probably write an autobiography on the guy.
Yeah.
Just from watching a couple
Just
games of
from
the World
watching,
Series.
yeah,
You
just
watched
from-
him pitch 4 games, you know his
Yeah.
whole life story.
So in 2007, he was drafted by Baltimore. In 2009, he was drafted by Cleveland. 2010, he was drafted by the Rays.
Good for him.
So there you go. Nah, fuck him.
And Tony Lavello in 2018 told him he was the worst pitcher in baseball.
Fuck Tony Lavello too.
It's Tory.
Tory. Yeah, exactly. That's how much I care about him. Tony, Tory.
Oh, that was a good laugh.
It's not a good.
I haven't laughed like that since games 5.
I'm still I haven't. I'm still in like the early process, the early stages of grieving.
Come on.
I'm starting
Nah.
to heal.
It's just because like they're so much better than that team, and you can't convince me otherwise. Sometimes sometimes the better team doesn't win. It's just what happens.
Dom brought that to my attention too because I was like, "They're so." And Dom said, or my brother, it was one of them, but Atlanta also was the better team.
I think it was your brother.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was as far off as people thought. And the Braves were always gonna lose because they're a bunch of losers. So like, I think it's a little different.
I am so worried. I mean, we got to get through next year, but like I feel like next year, just because we were so let down this year, next year's going to be the Phillies lose to the Braves in the playoffs.
I hope
I
they
mean,
don't.
There's just no way they let it happen 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Hopefully they don't have to play them.
Would you be surprised if Atlanta wasn't the number 1 seed again and the Phillies weren't the number 1 wild card team? Or I guess how the hell does that happen though?
Yeah, number
Like,
one.
how do they decide who plays who? Is there like a formula?
There is
Because the Braves were the 1 last year and the Phillies were the last seed and they had to play them, and now the Phillies are the 1 seed in the wild card and the Braves are still the 1 seed.
Well,
and
it's
they're
because
playing
they
again.
didn't play. That's because they didn't play them in the first round. They played the Miami Marlins in the first round.
What do you mean?
The Phillies played Miami.
The Phillies played the Braves in the second round last year too. They beat the Cardinals in the first round.
Well, they don't reseed because sports are dumb.
I know, but what I'm saying is last year the Braves played the last place wild card Phillies, and then they were also the number 1 seed last year. This year they were the number 1 seed again
because
and
they
played
beat. Because they were technically in I guess they were in Miami's shoe. Miami was in this year. If Miami beat us, Miami would have played the Braves, which is exactly the scenario that we played.
Right,
that we were in last year.
That's what I'm saying.
We beat the number 1 seed last year.
and
Did we
two
not?
plays. Two
Yes.
plays. Two
Yeah.
played. Two would have played.
Right. No.
3
I
or
understand.
5.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, what was the difference from last year to this year that we played the same seeded team, even though we weren't in the same seed as last year? Last year we were the 6th seed. We played the 1 seed. This year we were the 4th
You're
seed.
asking how
and we
that
played
happened?
The 1
You're
yes.
asking how that happened? Because they won the first wild cards, the first round. They won that last year too.
Right, but it reseeded
doesn't-
last. Right. But
It didn't reseed last year.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, why did it not stay the same as it did? Why doesn't it stay the same every year? Is what I'm saying.
One
It
next
did.
year will play the winner of 4 versus 6. 2 will play the winner of 3 versus.
I'm trying to
5.
figure this out.
They last year. They played the Cardinals, who were the number 1 seed.
Who were the,
The number one wild card. Sorry.
who were number
Right,
4?
Yeah. So
Right,
if the
but-
Cardinals were to win, they would have played the Braves in the second round. The same way.
Okay.
The same way.
So 4 would play. Okay, I got you.
The same way
my
that Miami. Yeah, the same way
Okay.
Miami would have played the Braves if they.
Yeah, I
beat
think
us
that's
in them.
stupid. Yeah, I think that's stupid.
They should reseed. 100%.
Yeah. Okay,
But
that answers
sports
my
are dumb.
question.
So, it took us a while to get there. Way
Yeah, it
longer
did.
than it should have.
It sure did.
Um,
It's really dumb.
You guys have any final Phillies thoughts you want to get out there? I mean, we have a whole off season to talk about this stuff, but it still hurts. It still hurts. What hurts more, the Super Bowl loss or this series loss at Diamondbacks?
The Super Bowl loss.
Super Bowl.
loss.
This was close though.
It's close.
Really? To me, it's
Yeah.
not even close. That flag should have never been thrown.
I just think it's close because I don't know that I ever really expected them to beat the Chiefs because the Chiefs are a damn good team. You have Patrick Mahomes you're
No.
going against.
Fuck them.
No, I mean, anytime we go
They
to Patrick
lost
Mahomes,
again.
there's no guarantee win. Though.
They're
No, I
the
know
best
they
team of
lost.
football last year.
Who? The Eagles?
The Eagles.
Oh no, sure, no, I know, I get that. But anytime you're going against Patrick Mahomes, there's a chance you lose the game. Whereas again, if you play 100 series against the Diamondbacks, you're winning 99 of them.
Well,
It was just that one.
Exactly. And I stand by that.
No. I think I was more hurt by the Eagles because they should have won that Super Bowl and they could have won that Super Bowl every
Sure.
day
Oh,
of the week
definitely.
and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, totally.
This hurts even more than last year when the Phillies lost.
Well,
The
that
Phillies-
I
the
agree.
Phillies lost.
Because
Last
last
year
year
there
you
was-
didn't really,
they-
you didn't expect
yeah,
them to
we
win
weren't
it. You were playing with
expecting them to
house
do that.
money.
Yeah.
You were expecting.
We sat here on the show and said, "Would you say?"
which is what Arizona did this year.
Right.
Sure.
They had nothing to lose. And just like the Phillies last year. And we sat on this show and said, let's just get to the playoffs. It's been 11 years. Let's just get there. And they wind up just manhandling everybody.
When we were talking about the Phillies down the stretch last season, and we're talking about them into the playoffs, we kept talking about one thing, and that was gain playoff experience. It's all we cared about. We didn't care about making any sort of crazy run.
Maybe you beat St. Louis. Like that was the
Right.
discussion.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
you beat St. Louis.
Yep. But just get playoff experience, and we'll build off of that. And then it feels like they went backwards, which is the thing that sucks. But
You're up 3-2. I've said it 100,000 times. 3-2
At home.
at home, two straight games, and you score 3 fucking runs in 2 games.
before we move on, I'll leave you guys with one little.
I'm going to be
stat.
saying that all off season.
Well, I mean, it goes along to what you're saying, but after game 2, Turner, Harper, Castellanos to combine 4 for 53. You're
and
gonna
2 of
lose.
those 4 were homers.
Yeah, and that's
least.
great, Mike. Can you add in there what Stott and Bohm were? Because I'm sure
I don't have that off the top of my head.
Probably
I just
even
know
worse. Probably
Yeah,
even
yeah,
worse.
they were
probably.
horrible.
probably, but Turner, Harper, and Castellanos are your big money guys.
I feel like the only guy that showed up at
Marsh.
home in the last 2 games were Marsh.
Yeah.
That Marsh played himself in my mind into next year's team.
Yeah,
Into
yeah.
the starting. and
they're
I
not
know
going to start
you-
Rojas. Like they're going to start him in the minors next year.
You think so?
Yeah,
After
Nebraska
pulling
already
the
said it.
World Series.
Nebraska already said it in his thing.
Did
He
he
said
really? I
we're
missed
probably gonna start him in the minors because his hitting, dude. He's not a hitter.
Yeah, he's so.
No, but he was dreadful in the playoffs. But
Right, and
in
I
the
think-
regular
I think-
season, he hit 300 or damn
Yeah,
close
but
to
dude,
it.
but there's a reason he hits 300 in the regular season because he plays the Pirates and the Padres and the teams that fucking stink
Sure,
that
yeah.
don't have tape on them. When you make it to the playoffs and you make it to the world, you run a World Series run. These teams have tape on you.
No,
They
I understand, but how?
But
But how is getting at bats in the minors going to
because
help
he's
him?
split because he's
with
split
that?
up here. He gets more at bats down there.
I guess.
Plus, also Rojas has been his whole minor league career. He has been like a sub 250 hitter until this year, and maybe he did figure it out. Like maybe that's what it was. But I think he needs to go down there, start the season, get at bats. I do, and this whole like he's a generational center fielder. Like we got to pump our brakes a
I think
little
that's
bit.
I think it's a little far. I think he's
I think he's really good.
I think he's the best center fielder since Aaron Rowan, and it's not even close for the Phillies. I think it's
I think-
close.
I
Played a
think-
really
I
good
think-
center field.
Who is it?
Victorino played a good center field.
I think
decent.
Rojas is better. Rojas is better. I think.
Mm,
No, I'm not
not
talking
yet.
about bat. I'm just talking about field.
no, I know. I don't know if I've seen. I don't know if he's much better. Really, I don't.
Okay,
Not yet.
fair enough.
And I'm not this big Victorino guy either. But
maybe it's just 'cause I had to watch,
It's
like-
closer than you think it is.
Maybe it's because I had to watch 4 or 5 years of fucking Odubel. That's probably why I'm saying
That
this.
is-
That
probably
might be it.
Or Ben Revere.
Yeah, Ben Revere.
Scott
yeah,
Kingery?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, yeah. Just who's
said-
that?
they said-
who's that
they
second
said-
baseman guy?
Yeah.
Let's throw him in the center
Yeah,
field
yeah.
over and
They
over
said
again.
second base. He said, "You play second base. I will put you in center field."
Who's the other one? Veerling and the other guy.
They didn't put Maton in center, did
No,
they?
who's the guy before Veerling? That was supposed to be good. He's like a good religious guy.
Religious guy.
Moniak was there.
Wow.
Hazley, Adam Hazley.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Adam
yeah.
Hazley.
Yeah.
They didn't. Did they put him in? Did they put him in center? Yeah, I guess they did put him in center.
Center and right. Yo, when he was drafted, I walked around this city and said, "We got the next Brian Giles." Or Ben Giles, is that his name? Ben Giles?
Ben Giles, yeah.
Just like a consistent 300 hitter, like left-handed guy that's going to get you maybe like 50 RBIs, is going to get you maybe 10 homers, but he's always going to be on base and he's going to get a big hit here and there. And that guy fucking can't even play for the Savannah Bananas.
All right, we have to move on. We're running out of time here. Let's talk a little birds. 38-31 to get the victory. Dom, I don't have the song queued up. Hold on.
My God.
I'm slacking here. It's been a
Fired.
while. It's
We're
been a
firing
while
you.
since we, yeah, I know. It's been a while since we played it. Let's start it up. There we go. 38-31 victory over the Commanders. Listen, I think he looked shaky at times, but I think Jalen Hurts played overall a pretty good game.
Threw 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
That's probably the most he's ever going to do.
And he rushed for one too, didn't he?
No, he fumbled.
No, I think he fumbled it.
Did he
It's when
fumble? It?
Yeah, it's when
I
he
don't
fumbled.
blame on him. That's
No.
a very hard play.
Can you just think about the amount of people that have gone so against that because he fumbled one time out of 100.
Yeah, no, it's you still run that play.
100%.
How stupid is this city?
I said it over and over
I
again. We're a dumb
love
city.
that they ran that play at the end
The
because
fake.
now you could build off of it if you
Why?
want.
See, I like them running that play eventually. I don't know if that makes sense in that.
I
spot.
agreed I agreed with that when it happened, but they wound up winning by a touchdown. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah, that's fair.
maybe that
That's a
makes
good
sense.
point. Yeah.
I was gonna say that, and I'm like, I was gonna text you guys like I probably would have saved that.
Yeah,
Or
but
maybe I
now-
did. Did I?
I don't remember if you did. I don't think so.
But-
now if you have a guy in motion,
Yeah.
you could take a linebacker off.
yeah, it opens things up. Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily have to open it up. It just takes a
Well,
linebacker
yeah.
to play. And
It opens up
gives
the
you
options, is what I meant.
to push.
Yeah.
Like now you don't have a linebacker pushing against you.
What do they call it? The brotherly swift or the shift or
The Swifty.
no? It's instead of the brotherly
Oh,
shove, it's
brotherly-
like the
the-
brotherly shuffle or the brotherly something. I forget what it is.
Yeah. But no, I mean, the only really negative part of this game is you let what's his name, Sam Howell, just throw all over you. But other than that, a pretty good game, especially from the offense. My light just flickered. What was that?
It's Halloween. It's that time of year.
Hopefully, I don't have any power out.
It is raining.
Like that. Yeah, I knock on wood. I hardly ever lose power, so the fact that they just flickered is a little concerning.
It's spooky season.
That's true. That's true.
Scary hour.
So what do we think of this game? Do you have any thoughts?
I think that the secondary is really bad. If
Yes.
when the front isn't getting to them.
So we didn't, obviously we're on last week. How many snaps did Byer play? I feel like I didn't see him all that much.
No, he played most of the game.
Did he?
Yeah, he was just playing center field.
Oh.
I
just didn't really see him all that often.
I know you guys really like him, but I think he's a bit overloved and a bit overrated in the city. Your
Blankenship.
boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I think he gets a bit exposed. I really do.
Dude, he's so good. Good dude.
I don't know. I don't listen.
He's
I like the guy. I'm rooting for him. I think he makes the right decisions, and I just don't know if he has the full ability to do it.
Dude, that he let up one bad play against Logan.
But it's
Thomas.
every week. Every week
But
it's like 3 bad plays he gives up every week. I'm not counting. He's our starting safety. I'm good. But there also has to come some accountability where we're sitting here saying like the secondary sucks. Well, like he's in the secondary.
Yeah. But I love me some.
To me, I like Blankenship. I do. I think he's got really good IQ. I think he's got really good. I think he can hit. I think he tries to get to the. I just don't know if the ability is 100% there. That's all. I think he's a smart player. I think he's a nice player.
First
first
out. First in, last
yeah,
out.
of course. So he seems like a good guy. That is all. You're not wrong. I just don't know if he has the ability as much.
Shows how locked in I was to this game. Byard played 100% of the defensive snaps.
Yeah, he was out there all game.
That's fun.
And I'm not saying trade Blankenship. I'm not saying go get another state. It's fine. But I just think he's like one of those guys that's like for the Sixers, like Furkan and like Shake Milton, or not Shake Milton, Shake Milton, like from last year, like these guys that the city just loves, and they just like he's not that bad, but those guys stink.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about a little bit. Is the trade deadline is tomorrow? Do you
Is
think
it really?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yep.
Wow.
Do you think Howie does anything, or is he kind of done? I mean,
I think they're going to go get a running back.
Do you think they need one?
I think they need a power back.
I agree. I think a bruiser.
But isn't that what Penny was supposed to be?
But
He
what's
stinks apparently.
I wouldn't know that. He hasn't played.
That's probably why he hasn't played.
Right, because he stinks.
Well, then why is he on the roster at all? Caught him. Like, what's the point of him even?
Isn't he on the
having a
practice
roster
squad?
spot? I don't believe so. Is he?
I think he's on the practice squad.
I thought he
Right.
was just.
So any
inactive.
team could sign him right now. That's how bad he is.
I thought he was just inactive. Okay, never mind.
Boston Scott's getting more touches than Penny. That should tell you something.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And they're not playing the Giants.
I agree. I mean, the whole like Derrick Henry thing, I think, is a bit nuts.
No, you can't. Get Henry.
But I would like them to go get like a third down bruiser, kind of like the J.J. thing. Like obviously he was better than
Like Garrett
what we're
Blount.
talking about. Yeah, right. Like a Garrett Blunt, but like something like a midseason J.J. where like he just fit right in and he just lit an even bigger fire under their ass.
Is Matt Burita available?
I assume so.
He'd be a guy that I would go.
Well,
get.
what were his touches when Saquon was out?
I think he was getting like 22.
Double digits. Okay, that's a lot. 22.
He'd be somebody that I did you see Barkley ran the ball almost 40 times yesterday?
Yeah,
yeah, they
we
had like
talked about
6 passing yards.
I told you.
No, they had -9.
Was it negative 9?
No, I think they had 6, didn't they?
Did they finish with 6?
Yeah.
In overtime?
Yeah.
Before overtime, they had 6 completions for -9 yards.
Yeah, no. I think the kid that came in for Tyrod, I think had like 6 yards
Hold up, I got
plus. We had the discussion yesterday. Mike texted us on our group chat and said the Giants stink. And I said, well, yeah, when the manager from Olive Garden is your quarterback, of course you're gonna stink.
Yeah.
No. Nope. Tommy DeVito went 2 for 7 with -1 passing yards.
Oh yeah, but
Are you sure?
What did Tyrod have? Because he
Tyrod
played the
was
game.
4 for 7 with -8.
Yeah. No, I have +8 Tyrod
Okay.
on the score app. It's -1 for DeVito, but I have +8 for Tyrod.
All right, so 6 total passes for 7 yards.
Yeah, no, that's really bad.
That's
What happened? Did Tyrod get hurt?
yeah, his ribs again. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it's terrible. And
Could you imagine being a wide receiver on the Giants yesterday?
I mean, they'll stink too.
They traded Leonard Williams today to Seattle.
He did, yeah.
They're done, right? Like they're blowing this up.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, but
It's over. It never started.
Saquon
Well, I mean,
said
like
he don't wanna go anywhere.
Well, I guess he could rot.
Say it's over. It never started.
But like they tried. Like they tried to draft a quarterback. They tried to.
And they made the playoffs last year. And
Yeah, they brought in Darren Waller, who was supposed to be good, and
who got hurt. He was the leading receiver yesterday with 1 catch for 4 yards.
I'm looking at that. Breida had a catch for 4 yards.
There you go.
Slayton had 1 for -1.
There you go, and that's it.
Could you imagine taking? I mean, you're a fucking idiot if you took the overs, but
Could you imagine cheering for that yesterday? Like being a Giants fan?
or a Jets fan, for that matter.
Yeah.
You can't beat the Giants.
Oh man.
He threw Zach Wilson threw for 240.
I think AJ Brown is amazing.
AJ Brown had more receiving yards yesterday than Zach Wilson had. Not Zach Wilson. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm watching this game.
We're starting to see a lot. I mean, AJ Brown's been really good. Where do you think he ranks among NFL wide receivers? Is he top 3 yet?
I think he's
Top
third,
2. I think he's
personally. Well, are we counting Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm not counting Jefferson.
Okay.
I think if you're counting Jefferson, he's third. If you're not, he's second.
Yeah, that's how I am too. With Jefferson being out, I'm counting him as 2.
Who's the only one you have above him?
I have
Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
I think Jamar Chase is really close, but I think he's fourth.
Okay. I think that's fair. I don't disagree. I mean, he's been fantastic. The one sideline catch he had was fucking ridiculous.
The touchdown?
Where there was only it was he bobbled it or whatever and then caught it and then caught it again. Yeah.
I don't know if he ever bobbled that though.
Did he not bobble? I thought he bobbled.
No,
it
he caught it
back
one
down.
hand and then brought it in with his second.
Maybe that's okay. Did you see Marvin Harrison Jr. tweeted about it? He's like, holy shit.
Dude, and Devontae Smith had a good game too.
Yeah, sneaky good game. He put up wide receiver number one numbers yesterday.
Yeah, I think.
What do you have, like
99 yards?
Yeah, 8 for 99 or something.
Yeah.
Like there are 28 other teams that are like, wow, like I would take that. Like, I mean, there are 32 teams that would, but I'm saying like 28 other teams are like, well, I wish I had that.
Julio Jones getting in the end zone.
Here you go.
Yep, that was nice to see. How many snaps did he play? Let me look. 15 snaps, 24%. So I mean, they're easing him in a little bit. I mean, I think at some point I think he'll get more snaps than Zacchaeus.
Oh, he definitely will.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
By the end of the season, I think they want him to be their number 3. I think,
and he will be.
Yeah.
He could still do it. He could still catch the ball and get popped.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That touchdown literally showed that.
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree.
So, anything else with this game, or you guys want to move on to against the spread?
I don't think I have anything else for the game, but this tough stretch starts here. we're just getting into it.
Yep.
This
Cowboys
on
the Dallas
Chiefs, Buffalo, Niners, Dallas again, Seattle.
Is this weekend in Dallas?
Yep. No, it's here.
It's here. Okay.
Sorry, I thought you meant is this week Dallas?
No, is it in that? I meant is it in Dallas?
No,
so
it's here.
It's home. Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough, especially if they like. I don't think they looked great against Washington, especially the defense. I think it's gonna be trouble for them on Sunday.
The only positive I could see is that it's home. It's at home.
Yeah.
So you tend not to give up more. If you're even a decent defense, you tend not to give up as many points at home.
Sure. They haven't just gotten to the quarterback anywhere near as fast as I would like them to, or that they should.
A lot of interceptions in crucial moments, and they're really good against the run. So Tony Pollard's going to probably be a non-factor.
What's the deal with Jordan Davis?
Jordan Davis is good. You mean Jalen Carter?
Jalen Carter, yeah, that's what I meant.
Jalen Carter has that back injury he's dealing with right now.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be okay. It's Dallas week.
Yeah. And
they also said that what's his name's going to be okay too, but he probably won't play this week. Backups. Cam Jurgens could possibly play this week, but he might not. Like he's ready. His practice.
Is he on the IR?
Yeah.
Okay. Opeta went down for a little bit, but he came back yesterday.
And Tyler Steen didn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Playing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess again, I think Jalen Hurts played a pretty damn good game. But the only concern I guess I have moving forward is like, is this just going to be injury thing that haunts him the rest of the season? Because like half the game he was hobbling.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think this is something he's gonna have to deal with this year.
Yeah, and not even just this year. I mean, with the way that he plays quarterback, you have to worry about this every year now. I feel like.
Well, the good thing is you get the bye.
Yep.
You come in, you play Kansas City, Buffalo. I mean, they're hard games. Kansas City, Buffalo, 49ers, and then Seattle. And then you got some easy guys at the end. Where
2 Giants and 1 Cardinals.
Where you could actually, like, you could,
hopefully it's over by then.
or you could, if you're up by 14 going into the fourth, take him out.
Yeah. That's true.
He's just going to have to battle this, these next 5 or 4. Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see. All right, let's go to against the spread. So what's the score of that Lions game right now?
16-14.
Oh, so it's Dom.
It's a good year.
Looks like we got problems because we each have the Lions minus 7.5. I went 3-1 on the week. Yeah, do you not remember that?
And the Lions.
You think I remember that?
The Lions should
It's 2 days ago.
The Lions fumbled the ball on the 1.
Yeah, it's
lovely.
40. It's Vegas ball. They just had like a 86-yard pick 6.
Jesus. So I went 3-1, Dom. You are 2-2, and we each have the Lions minus 7.5, like I said. And then Chris, you went 3-2. So our totals for this season, me and Dom are both 17-17, and Chris is 17-18. So we're all right there. Let me see here.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go first, because now that I'm thinking about it, I don't have my picks. Hold on.
this guy bitches at me every week for not having my shit ready.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Have the turntables.
Yeah, exactly.
New England -3 versus Washington.
Okay.
Buffalo +3 versus Cincinnati. Carolina +3 versus Indy. Over 46.5 Philly, Dallas. And under 37.5 Minnesota and Atlanta. With, I don't know who's quarterbacking for them.
Yeah, me. With me quarterbacking.
God.
All right, go ahead, Mike. You can go next. No,
I don't have my. I'm doing them right now on the fly. I was so not prepared. I don't know. I don't.
Can
know.
Devontae Adams catch a football, please? Like just one today. All right, I'll go. So I got Bucks.
Could
Texans.
you imagine having to see him next week? Apparently, there's all these rumors that the Cowboys might trade for him. I don't know how. True that
No,
is.
hey, they're not trading.
I'm just saying.
All right, first up, I got Bucks Texans. I got Bucks +3 on the road.
Okay.
That's a loss. Dolphins at Chiefs. Chiefs -2.5. That's another loss. I got Cardinals Browns. Browns -7.5. And then the over-unders, I got Bills Bengals over 50.5. What the fuck, Devontae?
There you go.
And then Cardinals Browns over 37.5.
Okay. I'm gonna do this on the fly real quick. I'm almost there. These are gonna be the worst picks ever because I'm so unprepared, and I'm just kind of seeing something and going with it. So hold on. What did you say the over under was of the Bills Bengals game? Because I have
50.5.
I have 48.5 right now.
Okay. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we'll do 48.5 because I like that a lot more.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, so I have the first game that I have was the Dolphins and Chiefs. Chiefs just got fucking embarrassed. They're gonna come back. I got the Chiefs -2.5. I have the Cowboys and the Eagles. I'm going. You guys aren't gonna like it. I'm going Dallas +3. I'm going Bills and Bengals. I got the Bengals. Bengals are feeling themselves a little bit. Big win. I'm gonna get the Bengals -2.5.
They're back, by the way.
They're back.
Yeah.
Is their offense back yet? Like I don't.
Yeah. They put up fucking 41.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And then
Or 31, I think.
Speaking of which, their offense, I have. Let's stick with that game. Bengals, Bills over 48.5, and then I need one more over under. Let's go with The Cardinals Browns under 37.5.
I had the over in that.
Did you?
Yeah. So going back to that Cowboys Eagles line, I think that's a push.
That
You
is.
think- yeah. Yeah.
Whenever it's 3,
Game winning
they're
field
winning.
goal.
Yeah.
Okay. You think the Eagles win by a field goal?
Yep.
Okay.
Usually the line always starts at 3. And it
That's-
moves
that's-
from there.
I was thinking about, okay, when do the Eagles are -3, or do I take Dallas +3? And I'm like, yeah, that's a push.
Yeah. This week was a push too, but Mike said they were at 7.5. I had them at 7, but
Well, it push still is a loss
Mike got
against
them
the
at
spread.
7.5.
Which I think is an abomination. But
What? That it was 7.5?
no, that we count a push as a loss.
What should we count it as, though?
I don't know, a push. No.
Yeah, but then we all have different.
no, I know,
That's the reason we did it, because then we'd all have
Yeah.
different records, and for
Go
simplicity's
by
sake.
win percentage.
Yeah, that's more math for me. We ain't a math pod, Chris. You know.
I don't think there should ever be a line with an even, or not an even number, but like a
I agree.
non-half.
I agree. Should always have a half. Makes things a lot easier. You guys got anything else you want to get off your chest before we get out of here?
Sixers look good.
Who cares?
I agree.
Just saying.
They do look good.
Go ahead. I'll give you a couple minutes to talk about the Sixers.
No, it's okay. I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say. They look good.
Two looks good. What's the deal with James Harden? Is he going to play another
He ain't
game?
gonna play this year. He ain't gonna play this year,
He's-
or at
he-
least not for the Sixers.
He won't play another game with the Sixers ever.
No. No way.
No, the fact they banned him, they told him no, he can't get on the plane. Is fucking.
Well, no,
hilarious.
that was a bit over
That
exaggerated.
didn't happen.
It did happen, but they told him no, don't get on the plane. We want you to get in shape. We want you to stay in Philly and like learn the plays and play 5-on-5 with other guys. You know,
Wasn't he
it
with
wasn't like don't get on the plane because you know you're an asshole.
Wasn't he
It
with
was-
them all summer?
No, he
I thought
didn't.
he was. He
He
reported.
reported he didn't practice with them though.
Oh,
Which I what does he do in the locker room? I don't know, but while they practice, but yeah, no, I you know they look. Tyrese is averaging 30 right now. It's 3 games in, but we got a long we got 79 more games, but
Eastern Player of the Week.
yep. So they actually look all right without him. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know if they do anything other than what they've done the last 5 years. I don't know if without him, if they make it past the second round. I'm not, confident in saying that, but I think they do look probably better without him. So there's that.
I haven't really been paying attention because talk to me in like March or April when games start mattering. But this Oubre dude looks pretty good from what I've heard.
So the thing with
Oubre,
Oubre, he's really good. My thing with Oubre is you can give him starter minutes, but have him come off the bench. He could play his 29, 30 minutes, but have it come off the bench. And I think that's the most effective he is, and that's what they're doing, and that's why he looks really good because he is a good player. He can technically be a starter in the minutes, but just have him come off the bench.
Yeah.
There's something else I was going to say. Oh, I think they should just make the NBA 60 games, start at Christmas, and people will watch.
I
Like
agree.
they're doing the tournament because people aren't watching the midseason tournament because people aren't watching. I don't think
not gonna bring
it's
anybody
never
to
going to
the sport.
happen. They're never going to go to less games because it technically loses money.
The same people that are watching regular season basketball games are the same people that are going to watch the tournament games regardless. Like I don't think the tournament is going to bring in new eyes.
I don't think they're trying to bring in new eyes necessarily. I think it's more the people like me who are like, the Sixers are on tonight. Like, yeah, if I'm not doing anything, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
If
but
they-
you're like that
if-
with a regular season game anyway. Regardless. Like you're not going to be like that for the tournament, are you?
Right, but that's what they're trying to do. I don't think they're trying to say because young people watch the NBA. I don't think they're sitting here saying like we got to get this person to watch and that. I don't think that's the issue. I think it's the issue like the people like me who it's Tuesday night. I'd rather go do some. I'd rather go to Target. Like you know what I mean. Like if
Basic
you
white
play
bitch.
if you right if if you have less games, you have more people inclined to like. Like if it's December 25th and it's the first game of the year, I'm more inclined to watch every game from December to April. But wow, did you see that touchdown?
Yeah.
He just jumped into he just hugged that girl. But I just think people are more inclined to watch the people that are, okay, I'm not really gonna watch a lot until January. Because that's really when it's like the middle of January is like really when the season starts to get interesting.
Sure.
I think they're trying to bring people in like me, and I think the way you do it isn't. Maybe it is the tournament. I don't know, but I know I'm not more inclined to watch for a mid-season tournament. I'm more inclined to watch if you give me 60 to 65 games.
And like you said before, they'll never do that.
No. They will never do that. They hear less games, less money. Which I think isn't true. I think if you play less games, you actually might get more people to watch.
I don't know that that's necessarily true. I don't think more people are going to watch for less games. I think the same people are going to watch regardless. I think.
I don't know, man. Maybe you might not get more people, more money from viewers, but I don't know. I just like between now and like mid-January, it's just like, oh yeah, if they're on, maybe I'll watch them. Like
yeah, exactly.
That's the issue with the NBA. It's their ratings go up in mid-January.
Yeah, because these games.
It's not from new viewers; it's from the people that do watch, but don't want to watch 82 games.
And these games don't matter. They just don't. Get in, you get in.
Yeah, to a certain degree, sure. Because the Sixers can go 500 going into December and then win 50 games.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So
we'll see what happens.
I don't know.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Go Birds. Dallas week. Fuck the Diamondbacks.
It's officially Christmas
That's all I got.
in 2 days.
No.
So
that's
Merry
not true.
Christmas.
That's not how that works.
Merry Christmas.
That's not how that
the
works.
Christmas music starts. The movies start. Everything.
No, it doesn't.
And then you get the one day for
November 1st
Thanksgiving.
is not. No, November
It's Christmas.
1st, no, it's
November
not
1st is Christmas. Then whatever the fuck day Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is my favorite day of the year, by the way. Thanksgiving Day, we'll give that one day to Thanksgiving, and then it's Christmas again.
I'm playing in the annual Turkey Bowl. I saw
the first time in your life.
I know. I'm playing. I'm excited.
It's been 15 years.
I'm excited. I saw the jerseys today.
Yeah,
the shirts. They look fresh. I'm excited. And also, Christmas season starts the day I'm starting already. This Christmas starts the day after Thanksgiving.
No, it starts November 1st.
No, it doesn't.
Midnight tomorrow night. It's the holiday season. When Santa Claus.
It's already been.
Would Devontae Smith please catch a fucking, or Devontae Adams please catch a fucking football?
It's already been set in all targets, so Christmas is already.
Yeah, but that makes sense because you like somebody who works in retail.
A week ago.
What's that?
A week ago we said.
Right, that's actually surprising. Because if you think about it, you have to put your Halloween stuff and your Thanksgiving stuff out in July and August so people can get it for September and October. You put your Christmas stuff out in September and October so people have it in November and December.
I'm very passionate about Christmas.
That's the logic. I'm so sick of people being like, "Why? It's July. Why do I have to see pumpkins?" Because, asshole, that's the way the fucking world works.
You good? You all right?
I'm not. Merry Christmas.
Real quick, hold on. Before we get out of here, top three Halloween movies. Go.
Halloween.
Okay.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Probably a top fucking 50 movie of all time.
I've never seen it.
The original Halloween's so good.
I've never seen it.
The
I'm
original
not a big
Nightmare on
horror.
Elm Street's
I'm not
really
a big
good,
horror
too.
movie guy.
See, I'm not into the devil and like the like because every movie's like being possessed. I'm not like into that because it's just overdone. But The Conjuring, the original, like the first one, was really fucking scary. I'm gonna say Halloween. I'm gonna say. I mean, I think it's a little overrated, but I do like it. Hocus Pocus.
I didn't like that one.
What? Like you like Casper the Friendly Ghost?
That's a good one. The original, not the original, but the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion. It's a solid one.
He doesn't like Hocus Pocus, but he likes Haunted Mansion.
You want to know another movie? Oh God, I wish we did this earlier because we don't have much.
Halloween
time,
Town.
You know what's the most overrated movie in the world?
A Christmas Story.
Maybe not the most. No, that's the most. Well, yeah, that is the most overrated. The movie that I'm talking about that's also overrated, The Nightmare Before Christmas, is a fucking terrible
Agreed.
movie.
Yeah, I
hate that
agree
movie.
too.
To be fair, I haven't seen it since I was like a little kid, so maybe I would like it now.
I saw it like 2 years ago and I hated it.
Okay.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
My kids like it, and they've been watching it, and they asked to play it in the car, and I'm like, I can't do this.
He said, "What do you like, Casper the Ghost?"
It's a solid one. I can't even think.
I'm gonna say
movies off the top of my
Halloween.
head.
I'm gonna say Hocus Pocus. And have you guys ever seen that movie on Netflix? It's called The Terrifier.
No.
That it's one of those movies. It's a really bad movie, but it's so good. Like it's like one of those bad good movies. I actually went to high school with a girl who was in the second one.
When you said Netflix, I thought you were going to talk about that Adam Sandler movie.
Hubie Halloween.
Yeah, I've never
Great
seen it.
one.
I liked it the first year it came out. Like the first year it came out, and then last year I was like, eh.
Dude, the O'Doyles are in it, so they never
Yeah.
died.
O'Doyle rules.
Oh, you guys ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see everybody next Monday. See you then.